put the information out there of racing and to try to highlight every driver, not just the ones with the big money.
And there's a lot of situations like that, especially in dirt track racing. There was a post a couple months ago about how we need to be thanking and begging and pleading and celebrating, the stewards and everybody for helping dirt track racing to get where it is today. And I'm sitting there saying, well, there's all these media outlets and people who have busted their butt, 365, 24/7 almost, because that's what this media gig is pretty much is a 24/7 gig.
Absolutely.
You want to do it right.
Today, day and age.
And there is a lot of people in the sport who have put in tons and tons of hours who, when you hear people say statements like that, it's kind of spitting in their face. Because there's a lot of organizations out here, a lot of people putting in the work, and a lot of drivers out here racing that have helped the sport get to where it's at today in the current state. So that's all I have to say about that. As far as the Bob Dylan deal, like I said, just hearsay. I don't know for sure. I'll do my research, and we may have a video, we may not. See, it will all depend on who says where the money went.
Chaz, where do you go from here, buddy? What else what is your plans for the rest of the year? I mean, is there ever any desire to want to get back into being an announcer again, or getting back to getting on the microphone? Because somebody told me back in the day, you used to be one hell of an announcer calling races. From one colleague to another. Why did you stop? What made you? Did you just feel like you didn't want to be an announcer? You didn't want to be a broadcaster? You didn't want to go down that road? Where do you want Chaz Thompson to go at the end of 2019, going into 2020?
I think announcing was a level, and I feel like I've went up another level. I think the next step is to make bigger changes in the sport overall than just being an announcer. I think what I'm doing is doing that. Obviously, it's got me on here talking to you and everything like that. So I think making waves, making changes, maybe doing some talk show style things and adding our own little sports center to it, adding our own little debate desk, adding our own little coverage of series with some comical commentary, because some of the stuff I say is pretty funny. As far as being on a microphone, maybe talking to an announcer, but as far as announcing, it takes a little bit too much of your race night to do that. If you're trying to do more than just announce, it's hard to do that at a racetrack because you're announcing the whole time you're there. So I'm just trying to do a little bit more than that. Most of the time while I'm at the track, I'm filming, so then I can recap the events. I got a recap episode coming up from Lincoln and Port Royal, kind of a Sports Center style deal. And then we also, in that episode, I also talk about the Christopher Bell, Jonathan Beeson incident that happened, and then also the comical comments from David Bell saying that's why he mows yards. So there's a lot of things coming up as far as where I'm going to be in the next few weeks. I had a lot of supporters that jumped on board and got me up here to the PA area from $1 donation to $10 donation. It all kind of added up to get me up here, and I want to stay in this area and do some coverage for the people that got me up here to be here. So, but only the closest date I could be getting out of here would be 4/20, and that would be to Arizona. But I don't know about that one just yet. And when I do, I'm going to stop down there Tuesday. Whenever I leave the state to leave, I'm going to the Tuesday night Thunder that Kevin Swindell has set up with old Carson Elledge pit reporting. And I will dress up in my suit and run a go-kart against those guys, even though they're, I'm 190-something pounds and they're 150, and that's like horsepower. That's like horsepower in a go-kart. It really is. Weight is horsepower in a go-kart.
I hope you do Facebook Live for that.
Well, they have the Facebook Live broadcast, so I'm going to try to promote it and say I'm going to run up in there and whoop everybody's ass and go say hi to Carson and everyone like that. So I think that'll be interesting whenever that occurs. So, it's entertainment. A lot of the stuff I do is entertaining. So,
right.
Even if it is what I'm saying or what I'm not saying or what's pissing this off or that off, it's all entertainment at the end of the day, and that's what this whole sport is as well. I'm just saying that the stars on the dirt track need to start getting some recognition.
Absolutely, definitely. Well, Chaz, our time's grown short, buddy. We actually went an extra 15 minutes, but thank you so much, man. I have to say, damn it, I like you, brother. I got a newfound respect for you than what I did. I've said that whenever I watch some of your videos. I think there's some things that we agree to disagree on, or vice versa. Some things I think you're bogus with, and vice versa. But that's the ideas of a friendly, heated debate, is to try to, view opinions and speak your mind, and I speak my mind and listen to others' thoughts as well. And just try to have fun doing it. And I think it actually went really, really good. I'd like to have you back again on the show sometime whenever you're available.
Definitely, Bob Dillner too. I'll do some more research and we'll figure all that out. Maybe I have to make a public apology. Maybe I have to make a public apology now. I mean, if I go and look into some stuff and there ain't nothing there, I mean, just like the whole Liverpool situation I've heard about. I mean, if I go and look into it and the hair's blonde and ain't brunette, I mean, we may have to. I mean, there's a lot of things I need to look into. Trust me.
I got you. Before I let you go, Chaz Thompson, let everybody know where they can follow you on social media. And, man, you just take care of yourself out there. Be careful. There's some crazy nuts out there in the world. But I think some of the things I agree with, I disagree with. But I appreciate you being on the show today, buddy. Go ahead and thank out everybody that where they can follow you at.
Definitely. You can find me at facebook.com/DirtTrackSOM. That's Dirt Track State of Mind. You can also find me at Dirt Track Chaz on Facebook, at Dirt Track Chaz on Instagram, at Dirt Track Chaz on Twitter. I do have a lot of people who have supported me. I have a PayPal, a Patreon. I have apparel, T-shirts, and stickers and everything like that. You can find that on the Dirt Track State of Mind Facebook page. A couple of organizations that helped me out in the last month or 2 months through Florida, California, and here. Velocity USA needs no introduction, really. I think a lot of people know about Velocity, but they helped me out. Bad Brad, that's right. And I ain't going to say what he believes because he's a businessman. We don't want to ruin it for him. But Mississippi Thunder Speedway, he's up in Wisconsin, even though it's Mississippi Thunder. It confused me, too. It's up in Wisconsin. They do some USRA racing. Next Level Metal, custom metal work. They do a lot of stuff there in the Midwest, but they do a lot. And then the Lone Star $635,000 to win endurance race that I might enter in and put Kenny Wallace's ass in the front straightaway wall for the dirt track community.
Whoa!
Although that's very controversial.
Are you serious?
Although it's a very controversial statement, but it would be very entertaining to have me go out there saying I'm going to do it. And every time he's near, people will be watching, boy. People will be watching. But anyway.
Wow. You're so full of yourself.
It's going to be awesome. I do have some people to throw a shout out to.
Hurry up, man, hurry up.
Company Racing, Dale Arnold, David Mason, David Folsom, Fields, Jeffrey Craven, Ireland, James Reed, James Yeager, Jim Kittner, Joe Dirt with Bubba Raceway Park, Josh Richardson, Justin Vidra, Kramer Farms, Larry Whittington Jr., Lisa Lineberry, Lucas Swanback, Matty Feldman, Matt Ash Wright, who was pitching you out earlier, Monty Whitesell, Nancy Lemaster Bergman, Robbie Spino, Scott Conway, Tim McBride, Todd Pudwell, and Tyrone Lingenfelter, as well as Mark Showers and another Mark that helped me out to get all the way out here. Of course, Coney Ernest was a big part of me coming out to the PA area. So,
all right, brother.
That's the list, and if you want to be on the list, you can be on the list. Just go check us out there and help us out and get around the road, because a lot of the corporations ain't going to like me, so I do have to kind of be fan-funded and Uber Eats funded, which I'm probably going to do right after we get off the phone.
All right, Chaz, take care, man. I'm getting off of you like my buddy Mark Newton says. Ba-bam! Bye! Man, he'll take over your show. No, thank you to Chaz Thompson for joining us. Thank you for all joining us. Comments are welcome, positive, negative, agree or disagree. We thank you so much. That's what the racing industry is all about, is about the differences of opinion and somehow positive and negative, trying to find a way, the best way to make it work. And again, I do agree with so many comments. We need to find a way to not just save dirt track racing, we need to save all racing. Like Make America Great Again, we need to make racing great again as well. So again, thank you to Chaz Thompson. Follow him at Chaz Thompson on his fan page, Dirt Track State of Mind. Make a donation to him if you agree with this cause. I think it went really, really well. There's some things I agree with, some things I disagree with, some things I'm on the mend about, the fence about. But hey, that's the idea of a debate. I'm Wesley Outland. Thank you so much for executive producer Trace Knight, everybody at Fox Sports Radio, Community Radio Network, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, iTunes, and Tuned In. We'll do it again next Wednesday, 11 a.m. Finish line. Thank you so much for checking us out. Good afternoon. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your week. And remember, it's always fun turning left, and every road in life has a finish line.
This episode of Finish Line is an exclusive production solely for the private, non-commercial use of our listening audience. Any publication, reproduction, transmission of the accounts without the express written consent or permission is restricted and prohibited. To hear this replay or other previous podcasts, download on iHeartRadio, iTunes Radio, and TuneIn. As always, this show is for you. Thank you for listening and being a fan of motorsports.
This is Finish Line.